jade eyes on the island of Taha'a as we make our way down to Uturoa. It's just like we've stepped into a movie scene or something out here. And we are docked, so we can see some reddish roofed buildings down that way. Most of these little huts and thatched roofed buildings seem to be closed or under renovation. Lots of colorful stuff out that way, and we've got some red roofed buildings down here. Man, the folks down there have got some tunes bumping ashore.
Good morning.
We have reached the first in a trifecta of French Polynesian ports, as you may have seen from the little bit of video this morning.
Totally new area of the world for us. So, not a new country, fun fact.
True, part of France, technically territory.
But we've never been here before, so I cannot wait to get in the water.
Yeah, now some fun facts that you missed on these last few sea days. We did cross the equator, not the first time for us, but the first time on this sailing.
Yep.
They collected our passports just before this port, and they're going to hold on to them for a couple of weeks. I think we get them back just before New Zealand, and that's so that we don't have to do a lot of face-to-face immigration. The ship takes care of it for us. So.
Don't worry, it's standard. I know a lot of people are really worried about that, but we've done it on multiple cruises now.
Yeah, they might ask for your passports for a few weeks at a time. Just prepare for that.
Makes your life easier.
It does. So now, breakfast, and we've got a nice loose plan for the day. We've seen lots of fun water options, no official organized tour.
No.
But we might be seeking out some boat services once we head ashore.
Come with us.
Let's go. Let's buffet it up, shall we? Now, we're making sure to fuel up this morning because what we're planning to do today, there are not many facilities, if any at all, like restaurants and things. Well, let's grab some water before we head out. Oh, we're greeted with tunes and a little flower for each of us.
So sweet.
So we're not sure exactly where we're going, but the plan is to find a water taxi booth and get ourselves out to Motu Ofetaru today. Let's start by checking the building. Wow, as soon as we walked in, we found what we were looking for. Beach shuttle. So one important note, when you buy this, they give you return tickets. They say do not lose these return tickets. They're laminated, so they're a little bit waterproof. We're giving them to Dee. She's going to be in charge of them today. She's the responsible one. All right, let's find our ride. We're passing all kinds of shops. I see they sell snorkels, they sell cover-ups, anything you might need to go out to an island such as this. This must be us. I think we have found a little slice of paradise for Snorkel Dee. Because we're told there are cats here, there are chickens here. They've got a little table over here renting snorkels. Okay, we see some structures. I knew they said that there were some, like, maybe primitive bathrooms and showers and things.
And you can still see the ship from here, so those of you that are worried about it, it's right behind us.
True. There it is, right over there. Oh, and there goes our ride. They come back every half hour. Looks like you just set up shop here on a concrete table. Boom, into the blue. So that's the plan. So we do have some stones on the shore for entry, a couple of rocks out there, but then it just turns into glorious blue sand. I mean, the sand's not blue, but it looks it. So this whole area is no more than about 3 feet deep from my understanding. The temperature of the water is glorious. You can see out to a dark part, which I guess is a little bit of a drop off, or maybe where they dredged this out to make the area so the ships could pass by, because this is how we came in this morning. So let's take a look back at the land from up here. There are beaches on both sides. Well, I mean, it's a small island, so I imagine there are beaches all around. I've worn my oh so stylish extreme sun protection hat today. could hear it flapping in the wind. And we did see one cat right before we came into the water, so we're gonna have to investigate the cats later. She's found something pretty. So French Polynesia. Now the pronunciations down here, I believe, work the same way, kind of that I'm used to for Hawaiian. If not, I'm going to make them work that way. So I'm going with Raiatea for today's port. We have Mo'orea tomorrow, and Papayete the day after that. Oh, good stuff. Yo, we can air snorkel right here. We got a fish with like bright blue stripes on them. I saw a flash of orange. They say you can see clownfish down here. I know you can see a clown, that's me, but a clownfish, huh?
I think it's like
all kinds of crooks and nannies to explore. Dee has found a clam with blue lips. That's fun. I know they have giant clams and things in this part of the world. This one's not particularly giant, but yeah, there's a little thing on a stick out here which looks like it's marking an easy exit out to the deeper water, possibly. In other news, Dee just saw a huma huma nuka nuka apua'a, the state fish of Hawaii. What is it doing? It is lost. It's clearly lost.
It's a triggerfish.
It's a triggerfish.
Look at the dolphin. Oh, it's gorgeous. Look at the healthy tail. Oh, it's cool. It's so cool.
She ventured out to the deep and lived to tell the tale. Well, the reports are in. Drop-off snorkeling is where it's at. So Dee has returned to some shallow snorkeling for now. We might return to land and see some cats. We've got the beaches on the other side. Y'all, this is a whole day full of day, I tell you. It's a day full of Dee. Yeah, for $25, this is quite a good way to start our South Pacific section.
I'm the happiest Dee a Dee could be here. Like, oh my gosh, I can't tell you the variety of fish that I've seen just in the little bit of time we've been here. But my number one tip is you have to go to the drop-off area. Just right at the entrance, there is hundreds of different species of fish and like anemones and different types of coral, and it's all very healthy looking and beautiful, and the temperature's cooler, so if it's a hot day it's gonna be colder out there. Oh, I'm in heaven right now. I love it so much. And there's cats here, so hopefully we'll see some of those later. That's the update.
Okay. Oh, thank you. This is the first time ever.
Dee is out there in the deep end again.
I found Nemo.
Oh, she found Nemo. I gotta keep an eye on her out here because there's just no telling how far she'll go. Moana, okay. Now that Nemo has been found, I think we're gonna return to land for a minute, see if we can find some more nature, maybe check out the beach on the other side. I cannot believe it took them that whole movie to find Nemo, and you did it in like 5 minutes. They could have saved a lot of production costs there. So back to land mode. Well, first thing we've spotted is a little cat in a gazebo.
Oh, you're gorgeous. Look at your colors. You're just as colorful as the fish.
You are.
You're so sweet. Are you a private guide?
Oh yeah, you can take us on an island tour.
This is the best island I've ever found.
So there's the beach off to the other side. Let's see what structures we actually have. Oh, I see some things that I think are showers. Well, we just heard from somebody else that the washrooms appear to be out of service. I'm not sure what this building is, but it doesn't look like much is going on right there right now. Well, there's a giant shady pavilion, let's call it. And then I think these are the showers I was seeing from afar, assuming that they work. Oops, nothing came out. Yeah, they said expect primitive. Good enough. Yeah, I'm equating this to kind of like a Klein Bonaire, except it has more structures. But yeah, just expect not much in the way of facilities. Extraordinarily rustic, but magical. Yeah, we can hear waves crashing in the distance, but this side is extremely protected. Then it just kind of turns into trees. So there we go. I think that is the Grand Island Tour.
Thanks for visiting our home.
Yeah, we're told that if you come here on weekends, you'll find lots and lots of locals. I forget if we said that already. So maybe this place is jumping, but today, a Thursday, very quiet.
I like it.
So this other side is very much sandy entry, much fewer rocks. You can see the waves crashing way in the distance. That's what we were hearing earlier. But yeah, this is so calm.
Oh, yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh, wow, look. Oh, that is weird. Gorgeous. Oh my gosh. So we get back. Okay. Look at how healthy the camera is. Oh, gosh. Oh my gosh. It's so vibrant. I can't live here.
All right, apparently we're moving here, y'all. You heard it. I knew you knew when we hit the South Pacific we were going to start thinking about relocating. That is a giant parrotfish. I saw a dark shape moving, and I thought maybe turtle, thought maybe stingray. That is the biggest parrotfish I've probably seen.
Oh, it's a triggerfish.
Triggerfish, okay. Yo, I knew when we got close to like Australia, everything we found would want to like bite us. But is this triggerfish? Is he? Does he bite? Is he a bitey boy? We're gonna find out because Dee's getting close.
Look at the comparison from that and the other fish. It's so pretty.
Man, I hope y'all like South Pacific water footage because I have a feeling a lot more is coming after today. Today, we're just scratching the surface.
One, two, three. Oh, gorgeous. Oh, cool. Hello, cool. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, it's not good now. Oh,
Dee just found a whole bunch more clams. All right, it is time for the first ever South Pacific spin. Woo! Now, when we were looking to come out here, there are people online who sell, I guess, guaranteed advance tickets to bring you out to this little island. And I think people reported they were charging $70, $80, and I don't know. There's so much availability. Just walk up to the little place and say, hey, $25. That seems to be the way to do it. And I guess they do take cash. I didn't ask if they take a card. We just paid in USD cash, so they do accept US dollars.
Oh, that is a pretty fish. They're all pretty. This is like a magical place. There's no size. Oh, they just put in a hole. Oh, that's so cute. There's the one. That is so cute. That's massive. Oh wow, like this right here. Oh wow, hey. Beautiful.
Man, I've been staring at the edge of the water for as long as I can remember. Never really knowing why. It's Moana again. Okay. I think it is time for another return to land mode. We are due for a little bit of a snack. We brought a small munchy item to the island today, knowing that there wouldn't be any like restaurant type service or bars. We'll just air snorkel our way back in. Time for a proteinous little lunch. Yeah, we brought quite a few of these cookies. We get them in bulk sort of on Amazon. Uh-oh, there's a link for our Amazon shop. Shameless self-promotion. But yeah, these are good. They're sort of one of the better textured protein type items that we've found so far. Man, this side is pretty abandoned now. Yeah, that was just the little caloric burst we needed. And we'll make sure we take all of our trash with us. Is it pack in, pack out? I forget what they say. Pack it up, pack it in. Let me begin. No. Here we go. One last hurrah for today. Well, the wind and the waves have gotten a little more robust out here. Oh wow, there's a bird on the coconut just waiting for birder Mermaid Dee to come out and find Nemo one more time.
Oh. What is that? Oh, goodness. Oh, so cute. Oh, it's cute. Okay.
See the vessels continually coming to pick people up. Looking over toward our ship one more time. All these blue skies in this direction. One review online I saw referred to all of these coral structures as coral potatoes. Now I have no idea if that's any sort of accurate term, but I like it. So all of these voluptuous coral potatoes out here. All right, coral potatoes, I think it's time for us to bid you a fond farewell and dry off. Now we'll join the line to head back. Welcome back to the port and the shopping village. Ah, Patisserie, I should have known the French influence. Well, let's take a stroll through this market on the way back to the ship, shall we? Ooh la la. Now, most things are marked in francs as well as US dollars. I think we're on about a 100 francs to $1 ratio right now. And with that, we will return to our home sweet home. Funny, they didn't even have a security checkpoint to get you back to the ship, but they'll check us shipside.
So it is casual evening again, and I'm just keeping it super simple because it's hot. We'll start with a necklace, which I really think is good for the day. This is a shell, and it has a fish on it, like an angelfish. It was a gift from one of our lovely subscribers on the group cruise, and then I added my own chain to it, silver. Blue tank top from Old Navy, high neck, and then this lovely white tiered skirt from a thrift store. I don't know the brand, I'm sorry. And then the sandals are just the reef sandals that I wore earlier today. So super simple, but you know, cute. Good evening.
I am also blue.
I don't know that we did this on purpose, but hey.
Yeah. Wow, the coloration on the camera is freaking out right now.
It doesn't know what to do.
I've noticed when you put too much blue in the frame, it's doing okay right now. Sometimes it makes us look really yellow, and sometimes it makes us look really pale.
That's good, because we're a little burnt.
We are.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Please make us look pale, camera. Stop it. We can't show all that. So tell me, how was your day, Motu?
It was perfect. So probably the best $25 ever that we've spent. Amazing snorkeling. It was just very calm water, and then you could go out to the drop off, and then the other side was like crystal clear. You could see for miles. No facilities or anything to speak of, so that, you know, could have maybe been a little bit better if you were going to spend a long time. I think we were there about 5 hours, so we did spend a long time.
We did.
But such a good variety of fish, and so close to the port. It was perfect.
Yeah, and it is a public beach, I guess, public island, and yeah, that was, I love the convenience.
Yeah, and they came, you know, every couple of like 30 minutes or so, and there was constantly boats, so no worries on that.
So, like I said, so far in my life, this was my worst day ever in French Polynesia. But it's also the best day because it's the only time we've ever been to French Polynesia.
There you go. We'll have to see how that continues.
Yeah. All right, so let's roll into evening mode, and that's all I know.
I'm gonna get some snacks. I'm hungry.
Yeah, that cookie did, I mean, it helped.
It's like 200 and something calories, so it's not enough for a meal, no.
Let's go to the Loyalty Lounge.
Let's do it.
Snack time and work time. Well, the hot item of the evening was samosas. We've also got a nice array of cheese and some wheaty crackers. Work is done for now, and it's time for dinner to begin. Well, this seems slightly familiar. Oh, they are getting ready to have an Elvis Presley music trivia in here. We're just gonna sit and listen to this one. I don't know that I'm too strong on the Elvis music trivia. I've known some of them, but Well, up next we have got Living Room Battle. Dun, dun, dun.
You are going to battle with each other with different categories. Yeah? So I will show you first my living room. In my living room we will have different things like toys, movies, music, and tickets.
We've come back to the cabin to find our paperwork and tendering information for tomorrow. Good night. We've returned to the cabin. All right, the only thing we really have to talk about is dinner, so let's do it, because y'all, we got a port day tomorrow, and it's a little bit early.
And a tender. Yeah.
So you started off with some tails in a cup.
I thought it was going to be like a virgin Bloody Mary soup with like a crayfish on top. No, it was literally like all crayfish with like a Bloody Mary flavoring. It was really tasty. I don't think I've ever had it before. I would recommend it.
It was like a crayfish cocktail, I guess.
Yeah.
I had a UFO on a plate. No, that was a vol au vent, which had smoked salmon and cream cheese in it. The salmon was surprisingly delicate. The main flavors were dough and cream cheese. And there's nothing really wrong with that. It was warm and comforting.
Nice.
You had fruit.
Yeah. So it was ruby red grapefruit and kiwi with a strawberry sauce. Very refreshing and light, and it all went pretty well together. Yeah.
I had onion soup, of course. I didn't see a second app that talked to me, so that onion soup, I called its name. Here it came. Cheesy, bready. Their onion soup is decent. The soup itself doesn't have like the deepest of onion flavor, but it's a solid average onion soup, and I will order it any day and be happy. Speaking of soups, you got one for your main.
It was a shrimp and scallop. I don't exactly know what it was called. But
Nantucket.
Nantucket. Thank you. It had potatoes, lots of veggies, and like a nice garlic bread on the side. Very flavorful. Small, but like a decent portion, honestly.
There once was a soup from Nantucket. I got some cod. Oh my cod. Okay. It was a very firm fish, with not very like fishy, so mild of flavor, which is nice. That stuff underneath, that is where all the flavor lived. It was tomato, it was mushroom, it was chorizo. Ooh. That was actually better than the fish. I could have had a whole bowl of that stuff under it and been perfectly happy. So yum.
Nice.
Dessert. Oh yeah, you got the guava Napoleon.
No sugar added. I think they actually made the graham cracker that was on top and like between the layers, and it was like a guava sauce, and like the cream had guava in it too. Very flavorful. I recommend.
So they must have a chef back there named Graham, because he's the only one who's allowed to make those crackers.
Possibly, yeah.
Oh well, I got a panna cotta, and it was rum and raisin flavored. There were raisins in it. Didn't taste a lot of rum, but man, did it wiggle. I sat there and just jiggled that plate and jiggled that plate. The texture on it was exactly what you would expect from a wiggly panna cotta.
Yeah.
So I appreciated the raisins, the sauce on the bottom, yum yum, but you know, amp up the rum flavor, but it was acceptable.
Nice.
That's it. So good night for now.
Good night.
See you tomorrow.
Bye.